Face reality, people. Movies are dead. Games are dead. Narrative? Dead.
Media is nothing but neural trigger response and viral conditioning.
Wait, what are you two talking about?
All right. So as you know, Paul George signing with the 76ers. If you've watched this channel, you'll know my opinion about it. It was in the free agency video where I don't know, man. Like, but yo, what's up with this dude, Paul George, man? Like, what have you, honestly, like, he's a good player. He's a very good player, right? But it's like, yo, what have you done to be jumping from team to team to team? He moves around like he's a fucking, like a veteran chasing her, like a 40-year-old who's 20 years into the league, looking for his first title and shit.
He's Robert Horry.
Yeah, but at least Robert's he's like a sought-out, valuable role player. Paul George, he's a sought-out like star player, but he's moving around like he's Vince Carter in his fucking 19th season. Like, "Hey, I'm just looking to find out where I can play at, and maybe we win a ring." Yo, you have it, like, establish yourself, man. Like, if Paul George goes into the Hall of Fame, what team does he go in under? Who fucking knows? Just him, like, from wherever the fuck he's from, L.A. Paul George names his high school and shit, like the dudes doing the NFL lineups on like NBA Sunday Night Football or some shit.
Yeah.
I'm from the Crenshaw Avenue. Like, what? Like, this is what he like. So maybe he's not into the legacy. Maybe he doesn't care about that. I think it's mostly financial. It's his reasons moving around. It doesn't even like. He would have to know that, like, even ring chasing requires you to, like, kind of be sturdy in a certain place and, like, establish yourself and the team around you. Then you build, like, small pieces here and there. You don't fucking upend the entire thing, because then you're just rebuilding every time you fucking move. KD should fucking know. He struck gold by going to the fucking Warriors, because they were, like, already established. They had one guy who can do a whole bunch of different things, and it worked out perfectly. They have an actual offense, an actual system, an actual franchise player there. But him, KD, going from team to team to team, like, oh, we just got to wait and see if they figure it out. Give him some time to figure it out. It's like, well, he might be gone in a year. Who knows? A year or two. They might be gone. They can't really establish anything. So, I have my gripes with Paul George. Now we're going to hear Gil's Arena. I don't know if it's going to be positive or negative. Me and Brandon Jennings going a little apeshit. But we'll see. All right, here's from Gil's Arena. Paul George's insane contract demands destroy Gil's Arena. Here we go.
Did the Clippers fumble the PG re-signing, or was he asking for too much?
Why do you need him?
I'm just trying to understand the no trade clause thing. Like, who do some of these players think they are?
Smart.
Well, I mean, you can think you're smart, but your game ain't showing that you have that opportunity. Bro, I'm sorry, bro.
Stop over there.
Certain players shouldn't be asking for a no trade clause. I'm sorry.
Do you feel like Paul George is one of those players who shouldn't be asking for a no trade clause?
No, he shouldn't. No. Great player, but
What have you done for me lately?
Like what have you done to be like, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna make sure that you can make the decision. No, you ain't bringing in no ring. We ain't successful. Nothing. No, bro. No, that shit is whack. No.
74 games.
This is kind of ironic hearing this from Brandon Jennings with the whole Bronny situation, where you have his agent, who's also his father's agent, who also started his own fucking agency and all that shit. And this kid say, I'm not going to any other team except my dad's, basically. And I'm going to get a guaranteed $8 million out of it. It's like, did he deserve that? I think Paul George has more merit than Bronny James does, but I guess it's black fathers and stuff. I guess that's the reason. I don't know his real reason, but I guess he doesn't like the way Paul George. I don't like it either, but you know, my shit's consistent. Brandon, usually your shit seems to move around depending on who you're talking about. Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm talking about people who can upend franchises. Have you not seen LeBron upend franchises? Whoa. But whatever, here we go.
No ring, we ain't successful. Nothing. No, bro. No, that shit is whack. No.
74 games.
Y'all even know what the no
playoffs.
trade clause means?
that you can't trade me without me agreeing.
Exactly.
So no, I'm not listening. If I want to get your ass out of here and you ain't doing nothing, get your ass out of here.
Facts,
What the hell?
You can't be playoff
What's
P.
going on, bro? We ain't winning. We're not even winning.
As a player, why would you be in a big city and give a team leverage to send your ass to Minnesota, Milwaukee?
Fine city.
Contender.
Fine city.
Because I already
Fine
gave you.
city.
Because I already gave you.
I'm talking about your brand.
Right,
You are a
right,
brand.
right.
Why would you want, if you're LA based or you're Chicago based or New York based or Miami or Boston based, and you are a main player, your name is a star, why would you let them put you in a city like OKC? You're done.
I'm not doing anything here. First of all,
It don't matter. I'm not talking. You're talking about basketball. I'm
Exactly.
talking about your brand. You're not selling your brand in OKC.
Well,
Gilbert does sound like an agent for like players at times. For some reason, he didn't think like rationally about it. Like, how about you just have something where, like, basically everyone has a no trade clause, but in the means of you saying like, I'm not going to be traded for assets, you can say, well, then your contract is void. Thus, you're basically just a free agent now, and anyone can sign you for however amount of money or whatever. Or you accept the trade and keep maybe a massive contract. Let's say you're having a down year and you signed a massive contract. And you're like, fuck, let's get rid of him for some future assets. And it's like, well, you get to keep your money, but you got to go to fucking Detroit now or some shit like that. Which is, it's kind of fucked up. But you can also be like, nah, I'm not doing that. I'd rather just void the contract. Let me sign somewhere else for whatever amount of money. I can see how that could be dangerous too, but I'm just saying, like, just something could be innovatively thought of instead of just thinking like, give all the players the power all the time. Like every single situation, the players get the power. And it's like, well, we're seeing what happens with some of these players. Like we do. Like we know it's going to be abused. Just like the college thing, where kids can take money doing like cell phone commercials or whatever the fuck. Like someone's going to abuse it. Or the portal? What was it called? When you could just switch college teams like with no penalty.
Well, like that's what happened with Nick Saban, where like he was used to just like strong arming it, like scaring the life out of these kids, holding their lives hostage, and they're like, "Yo, what are you gonna do for me?" It's like they're like, "Yo, if you don't do what I want you to do, I'm leaving, bro." That's what they told him. He's like, "All right, fuck, I gotta retire."
Exactly. It's looking like abuse from one side or the other. Whoever gets the power in the in the letter of the law of the situation, like they're gonna fucking take it, or some people are gonna take advantage of it, 100%. It's like, can we find like a fine line here, something that works for both sides? Can people talk about this, or is it straight up just all players or all front office? Like one side wins, or the other side loses, or vice versa. It's like what? Like, have a win-win in any of these scenarios? I mean, in my opinion, if there's like real men talking to each other, be like, hey man, you're not really producing here. We gave you a giant contract, and we want to get something out of this. So, do you mind being traded? Like, have like a conversation about it. What do you think about being traded? If you're really, really against being traded, and you're gonna bet on yourself that you can turn it around, we'll fucking keep you. But that's like real men talking. These are fucking funny money people. And Gilbert has that mindset, bro, and he's ready to live by it. But, all right, here we go.
Should have been doing my job first.
It don't matter.
No, basketball come first, right?
Yes.
So I'm not doing my job here. It's time for me to go. They don't want me no more. Obviously, I'm not cooking up like that.
You don't want me no more? Okay, cool. But this is where I want to go.
I don't have that. I don't have that leverage.
Yeah, you do. You put no trade clause as your leverage.
That's for a superstar. That's a star.
It's called a smart businessman.
That's a star. No, you're a star. You're not a superstar. You're a
smart
star.
business.
No, you're a fucking star.
Smart
You're not a
business.
superstar, nigga.
It's called a
no, you're
smart
not. No, these
business.
niggas think they're
Did he get that
superstars.
deal
A lot of these
in Philly?
niggas are stars.
He getting no trade.
No, he's in a big city.
He didn't get the no trade in Philly.
He's a big city.
What's the difference?
Smart businessman.
No, if he signed in Philly,
That's like you guys are not thinking about a
That's
business.
fine.
He did
And
get
I'm
it,
a
right? That's the
businessman
reason
too. You
why.
ain't done shit. Get on. The hell?
No, but in Philly,
Like,
if
I'm a
he don't
businessman
have a
too,
no
And he
trade-
got on.
Okay, but I'm not giving you no trade clause. You can take your brand and go on. We trying to do something different and win. It ain't working with here.
Okay.
And now you want me to give you this money and give you a no trade clause when I ain't give Kawhi one?
So basically,
Yeah,
when he
hey.
was
Like, come on, bro. What? Like, man.
3 years, 150 with a no trade clause, or if y'all don't want to do the no trade, give me 4 years, 212.
Give me 212.
And then you trade wherever the fuck you want.
You know what they said? It ain't worth it.
Oh, okay.
It's
That
not.
too.
That's
That
all
too.
I'm saying.
That too. That too. That too. That first.
Every player don't have that leverage, bro. And
You
these
do
guys
have the
aren't
leverage.
superstars,
That's the
though.
problem.
They're stars and they're superstars.
Every-
You're not Steph Curry. You're not Kevin Durant. You're not LeBron James.
Ooh.
These guys that's asking for no trade clause. You're not on that level.
First
You're
of all,
on
that's not. The leverage is if are you gonna lose me and get nothing?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, by the way. Like, I wouldn't go with that as probably like, well, I'm a healthy-minded. I would be a healthy-minded front office person, but I wouldn't go with that with guys because they're superstars. I want them to be franchise fucking stars. Those guys I give no trade clauses to. Klay Thompson, you can get a franchise star, no trade clause, and Draymond and Steph Curry, obviously. Like, I would give those guys that for that franchise. If Klay goes to Dallas, that shit is gone, bro. Sorry. Like, you're not our franchise, bro. Luka would get that in Dallas. Kyrie, give him a couple years. If he sticks around or whatever, like, sure. Like, you've proven loyalty to me. I'm going to show loyalty to you. But not because you're a super duper star who makes a shit ton of money for some other franchise. You're all of a sudden going to get a no trade clause with me. Like, LeBron, if you're not playing defense, and I feel like, hey, people think you're valuable, but you don't help our team actually win, I want to ship your ass out of here, bro. Straight up. You're not our franchise. Straight up. Steph Curry, you get a fucking clause for the Warriors. 100%. If KD stayed in OKC, he'd get one there, too. Shea Gildress, he'd get one. He gets one in OKC. These are the franchise fucking players. Not the superstars, they're just universal.
What about Jimmy Butler?
Jimmy Butler? That's interesting.
Yeah.
I think he's been loyal to Miami for a decent amount of years. He got comfy there, it looks like. Has had his most success there.
He wants out now, though.
Hey, he wants out, man. Is he the is he? Is he the franchise? I think Pat Riley's more of the franchise than he is.
Who? Bam.
I think Pat Riley is more of the
yeah.
franchise than fucking
He
Jimmy.
took him to 2 finals, bro.
He
He
did.
restored them.
He did. But is he, when you think of Miami Heat, do you think of Jimmy Butler
No.
or do you think of Dwayne fucking Wade? Where it's like, you're the franchise guy. Straight up. Or if you have long-term veterans, he retired, but Udonis Haslem, was like, yeah, you have a no trade clause. Like, you are a part of the Miami Heat. You are part of our franchise. Straight up. Brown and Tatum on the Celtics, like, this team is your guys. It's your guys' fucking team. You 100% get that.
What about Jalen Brunson? He just got there.
Jalen Brunson, I mean, if they talked about it and they're like, yo, if he's like, I have no plans to ever leave in New York. I want to be here. I've made myself into the New York Knicks franchise player. Even though I came from Dallas, but I made myself into the you can't think of Knicks without Jalen Brunson now. Like, yeah, I'd consider that with him. But all these things are in the midst of a negotiation or whatever. But just because you're a fucking superstar does not mean I just roll over my franchise for you, just like the Lakers do for LeBron. I'm not going to roll over my franchise for the sake of this one guy. Like, now you have a coach that's there, who knows how long he'll stay. You got players there, who knows how long they stay. Like with LeBron retiring or playing or whatever the fuck he's doing. He wants to take games off, whatever the fuck. Doesn't play defense. Runs the offense through him. Like, now your shit is, like, toppled over for this fucking guy. Like, your future's, like, where do you go after LeBron? You're gonna win enough to get shitty draft picks, right? You're gonna get late first round picks over and over and over again, basically. But you're not winning at all. So it's like you're stuck. Like your future's fucked. All the future assets you had, you got rid of them. Like they did.
Literally, yeah.
So, I mean, granted, it's for Anthony Davis, but who knows if Anthony Davis sticks around if LeBron goes? Well, here goes LeBron. You gonna stick around and be your franchise fucking player? I know he's apparently appointing coaches now, I guess. Yeah, he was the one who appointed JJ Redick, apparently, so. But whatever. Alright, here we go. Sorry for interruptions, ladies and gentlemen. I care, man.
These guys just asking for no trade clause. You're not on that level.
First
You're
of all, that's not. The leverage is if are you gonna lose me and get nothing,
Yeah.
or you give me what I want. So I give you two options.
But they was cool with him walking.
What I'm saying is,
they was cool with him
you
walking.
no,
You're not worth it.
They didn't know he was walking.
It don't matter now because they like we still got Kawhi. We cool.
But
we don't
again-
really need you like
Again,
that.
I'm just talking about logistics, dog. Logistics. Logistics say, if I know you can't afford to lose me because you get nothing, I'm a free agent. That means if I leave, you get nothing for me, which hurts a franchise. So either
Theoretically.
give me what Kawhi got, right? I'll take that money right there.
But throw this in.
But no trade clause. That's a no? Okay, then give me 4-year $212. And you can trade me wherever you want.
That's a no because that wasn't on.
That's holding a franchise. Is that not holding a franchise hostage, essentially?
Yeah, well, that's kind of what they said.
That's not what who said.
Well, that's my bad. I already saw this. So yeah, that's kind of what those two are gonna tell Gil. Like, yeah, like you're not good enough to fucking have us on this like song and dance with you.
Yeah, I mean,
You're not worth the trouble.
it should honestly be okay to just clear the books. Like, all right, clear off his payroll. We can get serviceable players or maybe another fucking star player to replace
Now the
him.
problem is they didn't do that.
Yeah. Oh, you
That's a
can't.
big problem.
Yeah, you can't sit
They
around
got
relying
thrown.
on trades either. Of like trying to ship
Yeah.
this guy off, clear his books money wise, while trading for like maybe some 1-year deal players and some future picks or something like that, just to
And
clear the money
so-
off. I don't know.
Here's the catch-22. Like, I think you brought this up. Well, not you, but people brought this up, for sure.
Mhm.
They had Westbrook, Harden, him, and Kawhi. And they were saying that wasn't a good fit. There wasn't enough basketball for all of them. Like, there wasn't enough looks. So they're saying, this is what Brandon Jennings is going to say. Harden has to pick up his fucking slack now. He has to be that 25 a game guy again. And become a higher usage guy to make up for the fact that this guy wasn't. And they were saying more or less that because Paul George was there, he was hampering what other people could do. So it's almost like addition by subtraction, they're saying. That's the argument they're saying. Gilbert's saying that's not going to happen. They're worse off without him.
I think they are, but because of the personnel. If like I like the way Westbrook plays. He plays hard as shit. Like he cut down taking inefficient shots at like, hey man, you're not really a shooter. Stop doing that. And he kind of stopped doing that. And he's like, okay, I'll run the second unit. I'll do more dribble drives and fucking play hard fucking defense. It's like, yo, Paul George, we should take a fucking note, bro. Like play like really hard defense. Like,
Well, what he scored like 12. He scored like I think it was 12 or 10 points a game last year, and Harden scored like 15 a game.
perfect.
Let's say if he's able to be back like as much shit as he gets for the Lakers, he was scoring 18 a game. If he goes back to that 18 a game, and like you said, cut down on the inefficient shots, and Harden can get around to 20-point range. With Derek Jones now, giving you like 10 to 15 points.
Yeah.
They could be serviceable.
Yeah.
But those are a lot of ifs. And Kawhi has to stay healthy.
Yes, and I would, me personally, I would, like, if I was a GM, I'd be like, okay, clear fucking Paul George off, because if he doesn't get his 20 points, I think he's gonna cry about it. So I'd rather have that guy, like, if Paul George, like, hey, Paul George, I'd rather have you score like 18 points a game, but play savage fucking defense that I know you can play. But he's not gonna do that. So I'm like, okay, clear him off the fucking books. Clear it out, get the money. Harden, I'd want to keep. I don't need him to score 20 points per game. Keep him around 15, but his assists go up to like 12 or 13. Put fucking scorers around him and let him dish.
We're counting on, man. We're counting on Terrence Mann.
Well,
you counting on?
You cleared out Paul George's fucking contract. You could sign scorers around these guys.
Well, yeah,
shooters.
We're living in a reality where that didn't happen.
I'll just say it, like, let Kawhi be the all-around guy that does score, does like everything, right? Let Harden be a scorer when he needs to, and more importantly, be a fucking, like, he dishes the fucking ball out to other scorers and shit like that. Westbrook come off the bench and be a fucking firecracker and play hard defense and push the fucking pace and play like a fucking savage like he does. And like, I think that'd be worthwhile. I don't think we need to fucking start bumping Harden up to 25 points per game or 20 points per game. Like 17, 18 points per game from Harden with 12 assists, 10 to 12 assists. Like, bro, that's perfect. Because he's like put scores around him and let him play his lazy, like it's kind of a slow, lazy style of basketball. Let him have that. And you have fucking, when he comes out of the game, you have fucking Westbrook like running downhill at people. That's such a good fucking mix of tempos. You could even put them in the game at the same time. Honestly, like one can play more of a harder defense, and one could be more of a facilitator. Like it could work. But Paul George, like, I need my 15 shots per game type of shit. I need to score 20 points every game, so it looks good on my fucking basketball card. On my basketball reference, I need it to say I scored 20 points on like 10 straight seasons. I need to see that. Like, get that shit out of town, bro. And get like actual serviceable fucking scorers who aren't, playing for new condos and fucking real estate investments and shit. Like, I think Paul George probably invests in fashion and all that shit. I guarantee he's one of those dudes, man. Where like winning is like third or fourth on there, and the only reason winning's important is for the sake of the brand, the brand that's above. It's in the top 3 spot for him personally. That's what it looks like to me. But who knows? All right, here we go.
But
throw this in.
But no trade clause. That's a no? Okay, then give me 4-year, 212. And you can trade me wherever you want.
And that's a no, because that wasn't on the table to begin with.
Okay,
so you're changing the terms based on.
If they trade you, that means you're not worth it,
Kawhi
but you still
got,
keep all that money.
And then you want something that he didn't get.
Yes.
No.
So, or go give me just my 4
Or
years.
you can take your ass to
Right.
Okay, so I took
Goodbye.
212.
They was cool with that.
Yes, and we're cool with that.
Because
Goodbye.
they didn't want to give
We ain't
him that
winning
based
anyway.
on the terms of him asking, give me what Kawhi got.
Yeah. No, give me what Kawhi got, but I want no trade clause.
And that's different. That's a whole different contract.
Yes, of course.
all I'm
That's a
saying.
whole different, and
Yes,
you
it's
ain't,
smart.
and he's better.
So-
they think he's better.
But it's
I'm not
smart.
saying he's better, but they think we're going to keep him.
Is Paul George smart for asking what he did, or is Kawhi dumb for not putting it in his contract?
I mean, Kawhi ain't going nowhere, so it don't matter.
Which one is it?
Who got the guarantee?
Because if Kawhi,
Somebody must have got the guarantee.
who?
Kawhi.
Kawhi's deal got done in January.
It must have been a guarantee. Got to be some kind of
PG
back.
No, what I'm
He
saying is,
found out like
if he didn't,
everybody else
I'm
did.
pretty sure he asked for no trade clause too. Like, why
Don't
would
know.
you not ask
but
for?
if he didn't,
We don't know.
If he didn't,
we
he
don't
didn't
know.
get it.
if he
didn't get it.
he's just like, let's just do the deal. Fuck it, let's do
Yeah.
it. Let's go. Let's go.
He more safe, but he more safe than PG.
So the
though.
question
Way
is,
more safe.
who's smarter? The guy who asked for it? Or the
Yeah,
guy
I
who
guess,
got
I
it?
mean, you can ask for it, you didn't get it, so it don't. I mean,
I got
can't say that.
212.
Can't say
What did he
who's
say? Give me 212 and you can trade me wherever you want. He got 212. So he won.
No
But
trade
that
clause.
wasn't what he wanted.
But that's,
He did.
exactly. That's not what he wanted.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't. He wanted to stay in LA for his career. He wanted to
I
retire.
gave you.
Yes, he did. Yes,
I
what he wanted.
gave
He wanted
you
to stay in
For the
LA.
appropriate amount
for
of
the
bread.
I gave you 2 options. My 2 options is give me Kawhi's deal with a no trade clause, or give me 4 years 212. Those are the 2 things that I'm asking for. I got one.
Right.
Okay, well, go get your
Right, yeah, so you can't say the organization ain't loyal and all this other shit when you say, this, I want this, or give me this, and they say, we can't give you this, and we're not gonna give you this. So now you have to say, well, somebody else is gonna give me that over here.
Then I'm gonna walk.
I'm gonna go over here, but I no longer.
They were banking on that he was gonna just stay home. It didn't work.
Take the same deal Kawhi got. That's what we was banking on, because that's what you
They
asked
thought it was
for.
a slap in the face, the fact that he even asked for that. That's what it was. Then you want to ask me for 212. Man, go on. Bye.
Remember what he
Bye.
said? They
I'm
started
telling you, it was a slap in the face.
2 year,
2 for 60.
2 for 60.
That's
He's
30
like, yo,
million.
you slapping me in the face right now, right?
And that was
then-
coming off of 2023. He didn't play in the playoffs.
Numbers game type shit,
Missed a
right?
bunch of
So
games
then
towards
he
the end of the season.
gets to 50 a year, 3-year 50, 150.
Yeah.
All right, now we talking. I feel good now. Okay, this is like the Kawhi deal. Give me the same deal and we good, but throw this in there. Nah, fuck that. We done came too far already. We started here at fucking
I wouldn't
2-year
have-
60.
it's
Nigga.
not worth it,
We at
man.
3-year 150. You want more?
Bro, listen, he got his money. Congratulations. But that no trade clause stuff for some of these players, they got to stop asking
So,
for that.
Brandon, to your point, according to The Athletic, only 10 NBA players
They gave Bradley Beal
had
one.
a true
For
no
what?
trade clause. I'll read those.
They
10
gave
players.
Bradley no trade?
Yes. So Bill's the last one. But
wow.
you got David.
Like, this is what
He's out of there after this. After this season,
Like, this
he's
is what
out
I'm
of there.
saying. This is what I'm saying.
Hey,
This is what I'm and as an owner,
Move the fuck
that's a
around,
slap in the
Brad.
face. You want me to give you a no trade club
After
but you ain't
that?
doing shit.
After that?
Come on.
Yeah, well,
Hell
come
no. Hell no. What did he get? 280?
So
He got 280 something?
So you basically you guys are saying if you was the player,
250, I thought.
you wouldn't even ask for it.
If I'm not like that, if I'm not a superstar like that, shit. If I ain't like that, I know everybody in the NBA know their status.
You get it? That's
Like,
that's
Brad
like,
got
you-
5 for
it's
2
like
doing a
you
whole
got-
lot.
Like
You're doing a whole lot.
audacity.
Like, oh.
Why you
so-
can't ask for it?
But I mean, what he's saying is that your play, your performance, everything got to line up for that.
Brand, I understand exactly what you're saying,
That's all I'm
but
saying.
look at PG in his situation. I can opt out of this last year. I can become a free agent. Give me this no trade clause, or I'm gonna walk and y'all don't get
Okay,
shit.
you walk and you got your money. Cool, congratulations. But I'm not giving you that no trade.
But I'm just from a
We
leverage
didn't give our
standpoint.
best player.
Oh
that.
no. Oh no.
From 11
Oh,
What
no.
was Kawhi Leonard? He's all NBA?
Your best player didn't ask for it.
3 for
Kawhi
1,
Leonard, all NBA?
3 for 152. Let me see. Kawhi.
Second team?
Okay, how about this?
All-NBA?
How about this? Right now.
And an Olympian.
Right now.
And an Olympian.
Right now, when Wemby's rookie deal is up, and he says, I want a no trade clause. Y'all gonna give it to him or not?
His number's going to
It
be up.
don't
until-
matter.
It do
Are
matter.
you gonna give it
do
to
matter.
Wemby or not?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Give it to him.
Yep.
There we go.
Yep. Wemby's better than Paul George.
That's your franchise. He's literally your franchise right now. What are we talking about, Gilbert? What is Paul George to the fucking Clippers, man? He's a name that people know about that's playing for our team. But Kawhi holds more weight as a name than he does. He does. And Paul George's play has not justified him to be like, wait a minute, I'm better than fucking Kawhi. Or I'm equal, or even like
Well,
what people consider as equal to him.
you know what I've been thinking about too? Didn't the fucking Clippers trade Shea for this guy?
Yes.
What a fucking mistake, bro.
Yes, a super mistake. But
Oh
let's,
my goodness.
let's be honest. Were they
Look at the production they're getting. Yeah.
playing a certain way to where Shea Gilgeous could have taken off the way he's taken off? Maybe him going to a smaller franchise that had no like oh, we don't need to win right away. You could like develop yourself to where he like actually like took the reins and became the man on the fucking team. Would he have gotten that in LA if Kawhi's there and then maybe they get Harden still and all this shit?
They wouldn't have gotten Harden. They might not have gotten Russ. They might have gotten Russ, not Harden. No, Harden wouldn't have been able to go there.
I mean, like the way teams run plays and all that shit. If let's say Shea Gilgeous was on the Lakers and they sign LeBron and get AD, does Shea
he's
Gilgeous become Shea Gilgeous?
No.
I don't think
He's
so,
getting
man.
traded. He's getting traded.
If he ain't getting traded, he ain't putting up his numbers that he's putting up now. Like
They'll trade him.
no one would have found out that this guy was this good. They're like, oh yeah, he's a really good 15 points per game scorer, man. He's really good. Instead of like 30 points and like all around stats, rebounds, assists, steals. Now he's like undeniable, right? So like it was a blessing for Shea Gilgeous. The Clippers, I I guess, hindsight, yeah. He fucked up. But, yeah. He already did he not pass Paul George already? As far as Paul George and all of his accomplishments in his career, has he ever been to his position to where he's looked at like Shea Gilgeous-Alexander?
No.
I don't think so. Already.
No. He's never finished that close to an MVP.
No. Or put a franchise on his back in the playoffs like that?
No.
Other than, I guess, the year with the Pacers where no one knew he was that yet.
Yes.
Everyone knew who Shea Gilgeous. They knew he was the focal point of the team, and he still performed. They didn't win everything, but he performed 100%.
He kind of choked me.
He played well. He played well.
He played admirably. Yeah, he did.
Or more than that, people are going to look at him and be like, oh, he's just another like star on his team. Then they can really take off. I'm sure that's the way people perceive it or look at it. But all right, here we go.
George and Bradley Beal.
So,
yes, for that.
According to Athletic, only 10
He got way
NBA
more
players in
potential.
history have had a true no-trade clause in their contract. I'm going to read those players' names for you. David Robinson, John Stockton, Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Dirk, Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, and Bradley Beal.
Say the names before Bradley Beal.
David Robinson, John Stockton, Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Dirk Nowitzki, Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony.
And what's wrong with Bradley Beal?
And then Bradley
What he
Beal.
asked for?
He's on that top tier. He's on that tier to be asking for a no trade clause. He's on that tier of players.
Be honest, Gil.
You got that?
Care, bro.
Wait, he got that from Phoenix? He got that? Or Washington?
Washington, I don't know.
If it was Washington, that would make some sense to me. Like, they weren't winning and shit, but he's still like...
He was their guy.
He was their guy. Not saying he's on the level with those other guys, but...
I'm pretty sure it was Washington because I remember when they wanted him in Philly, and they were on the list of teams he would waive it for. I'm pretty sure he did.
Okay.
I am pretty sure it was Washington.
Okay. So he basically, he stayed there for a long time, too. Like, he committed
They
to
gave
the
him
fucking
and they
Wizards.
gave him a crazy contract, bro. It was like $280 million.
Yeah, he committed to them, for sure. Like, he
Yeah,
wasn't,
he
like,
did commit to
shitting on
them.
them.
Yeah, when John Wall left, he was still the man.
Yeah, and then it's like, they never added any more players to really help him win over there.
Well, they brought Russ. It didn't work out.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah. I'm surprised Dame Lillard didn't get
the
them.
last year. That was like the last year Russ was like on that triple-double shit.
Yeah. I'm surprised Dame didn't get that in Portland. Like a no trade. Like, 'cause he's like, oh, you're like the franchise, bro, in Portland.
Well, he was like being transparent, like, yo, if y'all not gonna win, I don't want to stay here.
Yeah, just get rid of him. Sure.
Like he stayed way too long, man. Like Dame's like what 34, 35. He's gonna be 35 now, bro.
Yeah.
Like even McCollum got his ass out. He didn't do anything with it, but he got his ass out of there.
Yeah. True. All right.
No trade clause. He's on that tier of players.
Be honest, Gil.
He's looking.
Paul George is on that top tier of players to ask
Gilbert's
for a no
name should
trade
be on
clause.
that. Gilbert's name should be on there.
Bullshit to say, bro.
Should be on there.
But in Wemby's case,
when Bradley Beal asked for that no trade clause, he averaged 35, 5, 6, and 4. Then the following year, he averaged 31, 4, and 4, and asked for no trade clause.
Was he all NBA?
Hey, yo,
Yes, he was all NBA.
Hey, yo, what was his team ranked?
It don't matter.
No, I mean, no, it does. It does matter. It does matter.
It don't matter.
That's why I disagree with Brandon.
Are you winning? No.
matter.
What was his team? Are they winning?
Go ahead.
You would agree it doesn't matter.
I mean, forget. Oh shit. For Gil.
No, I'm saying it doesn't matter where the team is at, as far as him asking for the no trade.
Yeah, if you're some guy who's loyal to the franchise, you produce for them, you play for them, you're their main marketing thing, and they're just sticking around to like hopefully you bring some players in to help them win one day. Like hell yeah, that's like a franchise guy, bro. right? Derek Jeter wasn't a superstar numbers every fucking year, but guess what?
He was
Give
a
that
franchise.
motherfucker a no trade clause. Like
Yeah.
he's a Yankee for life unless he really desperately wants to get out. And you got like with a no trade clause, you have to sit there and talk with the player, like really talk, like, hey man, where do you want to go? Like, okay, we have some offers here. Here's the best for us as a team. Where are you looking to go? Do you want to go to you just want to get out? Period. Do you want to go to a contender? Like, those things could be actually talked about. But you usually do that with a player that like is something for you. Like there's like
Yeah.
a mutual relationship thing happening there instead of like, I'm Paul George, so I get this. It's like, what? Who the fuck are you, man?
Okay, I see what you're saying with Paul George. Like, yeah, who the fuck are you, dude? Like, for real. Like, who are you to us? Like, you weren't the crown jewel achievement like Kawhi was when he came here.
Winning with a team that wasn't supposed to win? Yeah. Like,
Like,
you
you're
automatically
not,
had a
you're
leg up.
not like you're actually like a beneficiary of where the league is at financially. That's the only reason you have any negotiating power. But you overstepped your bounds.
Yeah. Like even like I wouldn't even give it. They didn't obviously that they're talking about. They didn't give it to Kawhi. I wouldn't either. Not yet, at
No.
least. But like his circumstances, you could be like, okay, you got drafted to the Spurs. No one thought you were going to be what the fuck you became, right? You blossomed, then you had some bad relationships with the Spurs, and you moved on to another team, and you bet on yourself. You won a fucking title, then you're like, okay, now you get to go where you really want to go. You chose us. Okay, now prove that you actually are here about the Clippers, like you're here for us, like really, and we're here. Then we'll be here for you. Not saying that's the actual way front offices work. There's plenty of shady motherfuckers in front offices and owners and all that shit, bro. I'm just saying, like if it was like legit, that's what I would think it would look like. Like, let's say Kawhi stayed, he stayed around for years. He played hard when he was available. He got real injuries and stuff. He couldn't you know what? You're now in like veteran territory. Who's like just hanging on to their career. Like, I'd give you a no trade clause, just because you stayed loyal to us. You played hard for us when you could, and you're not being a fucking pussy about it. You're trying to help the young guys out. You're talking to our front office about like, man, maybe we should make a play for this player or that player, or whatever. Or let's say our fucking franchise goes in the dumps and is like, damn, you've worked hard for us. Maybe we can find a contender to send you to. Let's talk about this and get you on like a team so you can go for the last shot at a championship or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Especially if you never won one, but Kawhi has two. But if you never won one, it'd be like, oh, 100%. I'd be like, does any of that apply to Paul fucking George for any franchise? No. He wasn't even a franchise pacer until like he blossomed that year, those couple years. He blossomed, then he's like, as soon as he could, he got the fuck out of there, right? As soon as he can get out of there, he got out of there. And it's like, damn, man, we drafted you, we fucking worked with you, you blossomed into this great player, and you're fucking out of town already? Fuck you, man. Go ahead, go do your thing, man. Now you're just bouncing from team to team now. I want to go play with Russ. Never mind. I want to go play with Kawhi. Yeah, never mind. I want to go play with Embiid. Like, what? Whatever, man. This is marketing that I think Paul George is doing to make it look like, oh, the team just didn't want me. They can give me that shit. They just didn't want to. It's the team that's disloyal, not me. I would 100% stayed in LA, but they forced me out. Like, why'd they force you out? They didn't give me $285 million like I wanted. They forced me out of here.
Well, that's what Rashad says. Like, that shit is weird, bro. Like, yo, you said you were okay with the 3 for 150. You just wanted to be a $50 million player a year. Like, okay, we get you that. Then he added, nah, I want a no trade too. And then he said, if you're not giving me a no trade, then just give me an extra year for another 50 minutes. Like, bro, like what the fuck? Who the fuck do you think you are? Like that.
Paul fucking George, man. Ooh. Anyways, There we go. He's a very talented player. It's just I don't, it's, a lot of his game I don't like, and it's effort based in my mind. It's not skill set. It looks like effort to me, and that's a problem. As much as Kawhi takes shit for like injuries and not playing games and shit like that, when I see him on the court, it looks like he's playing fucking hard basketball. On defense and on offense, it looks like he's playing fucking hard. Paul George sometimes looks like he's just in outer space, man, just out on the court. Just one of the guys. But whatever, here we go.
Everybody I just named, they do both. They win and they up here.
When they ask for it,
Yes.
when they ask for
Yes.
it, you got to think about the
Are
circumstances,
you winning?
dog.
Was he winning?
No.
Okay, so
You
knock
got to
that.
ask about
Next.
the circumstances.
Those are
Next.
the circumstances.
Okay, here, let me-
the circumstances are we winning.
Let me
By
hear
the way,
that.
Paul
Let me-
George's friend,
Let's paint the
Gilbert
picture.
Arenas.
John Wall is down, right? He's hurt. The star player's out. I'm the number 2 guy. I average 30, then 31. I become the franchise player now.
You did not.
You said 35. Wait, did you average 35?
He averaged 30,
35,
then 31. Led the league in scoring.
35 and 5.
He led the league in
31.
scoring.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
He led the league in scoring, I think, that year. He's a free agent then, which means who has all the power? Your number 1 guy is out. I'm the new franchise guy. I have all the power. I'm a free agent.
But he's signing to be the franchise player at that point. If he's a free agent, he's free, right? And he just had those amazing years. He's signing on. If he's signing with the Wizards, he's signing with the Wizards to be the franchise fucking player. Thus, like, okay, you're a franchise guy. Thus, we would give you that no trade clause because you're like our franchise right now, and we're gonna try to add pieces around you, maybe not, depending on how good the ownership is, right? But that's like there. I think he's just going off of 30 points per game.
Yeah, he is.
Like
This is Gilbert, bro.
he's yeah.
One guy is out. I'm the new franchise guy. I have all the power. I'm a free agent. This is my terms.
Okay.
What you gonna do?
You can get this money, but you're not getting this trade, no, or then go.
Oh, I can walk.
And then
That's fine.
and
that's fine. And
they
that's
gave
fine.
him the money. What'd they do with it?
Nothing.
They traded his ass.
Right.
2 years later.
They
Three-
traded him.
So that's why-
3 years later.
But they had to talk with him about it.
Franchise guy,
Two
why
way-
am I getting traded? I shouldn't even be getting traded.
It don't matter. I can now say where I want to go if you no longer want me. But I know you don't have the leverage now. You're forgetting about the leverage. I have the leverage as a player. He's gone. The man is hurt. I'm the new guy. My contract is up. What are we talking about here? I want the max deal.
Okay, you got
I
that.
want the max. I want no trade clause. Motherfucker, if I want a fish tank in my floor,
We'll do that.
get it there.
But that no trade
But I'm
clause.
telling you what I want, or I'm walking. I leave, you have me gone, you get nothing for it. See, that's the difference. When I'm a free agent, you get nothing for me. You get nothing back. You lose a whole man. This is not a sign.
You get money that they don't have to pay you anymore, Gilbert.
Yeah.
For other players. Or if they want to just tank and wait, like basically take losses, then boom, whoa, what? Oh shit, Wembyama's up now. Let's draft him and pay him fucking rookie amount of money and bring in all that marketing and all that money to where maybe it was a fucking payoff.
That's the retort. It's like don't you think they already? He's like, you're losing me. You're losing a man. It's like they already made the calculation of what would happen if they lose you. So if they
Yes.
let you walk, then you should already assume they're okay with it.
He's like this is the way Gilbert's talking about this. Let's say Paul George averaged 25 points per game and 2 straight seasons, had 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and made second team All-NBA. Let's say Steph Curry averaged 25 points, had 5 rebounds and 6 or 7 assists per game, made second team All-NBA. Who leaving out of those two? Let's say Paul George leaving the Clippers and Steph leaving the Warriors. Which one leaves just a gaping hole in your franchise? Steph Curry leaving is way different than Paul George leaving. I don't care how much fucking numbers he puts up until he becomes like that guy, like everyone in the city wearing your fucking uniform everywhere. Like, you are synonymous with the franchise. Like, stop. Like, but his argumentation, like, he goes off the fucking rails, man. It's I guess it's for the sake of players, but I want to say it's more for the sake of Paul George, because I think he knows him and he's friends with him or whatever the
I
fuck.
think so too. Yeah, I think so too.
It's for like, hey, Paul, did you hear me argue on my show? I defended the shit out of you. Hey, LeBron, did you hear me on my show? I defended the shit out of you. Like, shit like that.
Yeah, this guy has a personal relationship. Even fucking Brandon Jennings, bro.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a personal relationship with Paul George.
Nobody fucks with Rashad, so he just says he says whatever.
Yeah, Rashad just says whatever.
I'll make my own T-shirt. Watch. Got my own crown. All right, here we go.
Money, though.
Trade.
But I have money,
This
though,
is this is gone.
But
like
I
when
have money,
Kawhi
though.
left Toronto. Look how it messed up the franchise. They got nothing for him.
Stop
He
it.
bounced. This is not a sign and trade. Like if they would have signed him and then traded him with the Clippers, they probably could have got like a Lou Williams and a Trez back for him. They lose. You get nothing for the guy. So the Clippers,
You
he
get
left.
money.
What do you get? You get nothing. Now you're sitting there in free agent trying to make that money back up. Yeah, you got a lot of money, but what did you get? You got nothing because you can't use it.
We did because we did.
You can't use
We
it.
still have superstars.
We still
have stars.
We still got what we got.
We still got stars, though.
He's willing to let that walk.
What place was Clippers in?
We still got stars.
Fourth, I believe.
Fourth, right? With Paul George averaging what?
23, I believe.
23.
23. You won
Now,
$20 million for
now he walked. Now he walked. There's no replacement for him. So where does that put your team? You think you're fifth?
So Paul George, 23,
You think
5
you're
rebounds,
fifth
4
still?
assists.
You got nothing.
Let's go back to the draft.
We got James Harden.
Got James
We had him last year.
$70 million deal.
We had him last
No,
year.
but we had somebody in the way.
So
We had him last
James is
year.
a 30-point-a-night guy, and we had another nigga
I
over here.
had them last year.
But James was going to
He
become a
is
free
not a
agent.
30
You now can use some of that money that PG left on the
To pay.
table.
No, they did play James.
Got Derrick Jones Jr. as
Right?
well from the Mavs.
Who'd you get for Paul George? Oh. You're losing 23 points a game. Like if this happened at the beginning of if this was the first thing that happened, now you can backtrack. Okay, let's go get Clay and get some. You wasn't expecting him to leave. You thought you had time to negotiate.
I think they just felt like, man, we don't care what he gonna do.
Exactly.
We don't care.
We'll go back
He
to the
take
draft.
what we give him.
You're LA, and now you have a shit ton of cap space. You already replaced Paul George defensively. Let's be honest, Paul George is not the same Paul George defensively. So you already replaced him with Derrick Jones. You replace him defensively. Offensively, you're gonna have the guys as far as like having a good record at the end of the season. You guys are gonna have to boost their games up. Or if there's someone else out there, free agency wise, that they can get, would be awesome. Otherwise, they play this year, and then they look to the future after that. Like, they're not going to become all of a sudden a lottery team because Paul George is fucking not there. Like, I 100% would not see that unless Kawhi is just gone, like, stubs his toe and he's out for the season or some shit like that. Like, unless that happens, they'll still be around. Like, they won't be a lottery team. Like, they'll still be in the playoffs most likely. So you have that. And then, like, okay, who are the free agents after that? You're LA. You have Kawhi Leonard and James Harden and Russell Westbrook, if they're around at that time. You have a shit ton of cap space. Who's our free agents of teams where they're super, like, star players on teams that are, at this point, used to bouncing from team to team. Like, I'm sure you can find someone. I'm sure contracts will be up at the end of this year. I'm sure they will be. I'm sure you'll be able to find someone. I'm sure you can probably be able to fucking trade for someone and use cash considerations from the empty Paul George fucking money and use that to get a player. But as far as winning on the court, how much are you really losing? You keep telling me about 23 points per game. Like,
Yeah,
are they like?
it's not insurmountable.
No, are they like super impactful 23 points per game? I don't think they are, man. I think they're
5 and
obligatory.
5. Yeah, and 5 and 5 with I don't know how many minutes he plays, but I'm sure he's limited too.
Yeah, so it's like he's gonna go swallow up numbers from other players in Philly, I guess. Like Embiid's gonna get his, but Maxey,
Like Philly needs him way more than the Clippers need him.
yes,
Because Tobias is terrible.
he's not terrible. It's just bad year, bad
Nah, bro,
bad
it's been-
system.
Nah,
Um,
bro, it's been a couple bad years, bro. It's been a couple bad years.
He's gone to Detroit, so. But before that, he was solid. He was a solid player,
Yeah, he was.
like a reliable 17 points per game type of guy. But yeah, Philly needs, I guess, more names or something. Their big name. See what they do. Yo, let me get the East a try. I ain't working. All right, I'm going back west. All right, you know what? Actually, let me go back east. Like, is this gonna be your career, Paul George? You're gonna fucking plant your fucking foot somewhere. You're gonna plant your flag and say, "I'm here, and I'm fucking going all out to win here." I have not seen him do that,
Nope.
honestly. But whatever. There we go.
Where you got?
go back to
where
the
you
back.
got Clippers at?
We don't know.
I
They ain't
guarantee
they
you
ain't
right
finished
now.
yet.
I guarantee you right now they're mad. I guarantee they're mad that the other two they signed for guaranteed contracts. Because now it's basically it's blown up. It's not fully the glass is not fully blown, but you cracked it. You're
But
missing
not
it.
really. Because the two guys he wanted, he kept.
I mean, you keep Harden and Kawhi.
Russ still there?
Two guys and Russ is still there.
Remember,
Russ is
Russ
up.
probably
no,
gonna
you
give
remember
him
that?
Up
You
and
remember they thought they was about trading him? They can't do that now.
Trade who?
Remember they was talking about trading Russ, right?
I think they're still talking about that. Yeah.
Shit.
That's fine. Russ want to stay
Russ
home
gonna
anyway.
resign.
We still got.
trade him now.
We still got superstar
Russ
players.
opted into
Opted in.
his deal, $4 million.
Oh yeah.
Don't know why.
So they
$4
got
million?
it. Yeah. He good. He good.
But there's
Right,
talking
they got
right now-
three. They got three of the guys.
You know
and
the
lose one.
Now I know. I guarantee you, Russ is mad right now, because PG left. All that money's left. If he was a free agent, oh, you got to pay me now. See, this is
They're not
chess.
thinking about that. They're
I know
thinking about
he's not.
How can we put ourselves in position to win a championship?
It ain't about.
That's what
It
they
ain't about
thinking.
winning the
That's what they
championship.
thinking about.
You thought your whole team was gonna stay, so you was willing to take a sacrifice.
It didn't
One
work.
guy left. Now there's all this money open. now they're about to overpay for somebody that they didn't want.
Championship.
It's good.
When Gil said that shit, I cringed too. Ain't about winning the championship. Like, yo, Gil's savage, bro.
He's like, yeah, he's a sports agent, man. Anti-sport pro athlete. I don't know. Area.
It ain't about.
That's
It
what
ain't
they
about
thinking.
winning the
That's what they
championship.
thinking about.
You thought your whole team was gonna stay, so you was willing to take a sacrifice.
It didn't
One
work.
guy left. Now there's all this money open. Now they're about to overpay for somebody that they didn't want.
No, they're gonna get a good, solid piece that's gonna contribute. And James Harden gonna have to step up. Kawhi Leonard gonna have to.
Okay, let me ask. Let me ask
And
you.
then
guys.
Russ gonna come in and play the, he
and
can play
that's
the
cool.
one
They
now.
still got-
He
they still
can
got
really
players.
play the
They
one.
still got
Let me
players.
ask you
Still
guys
got
a
players.
question then. Knowing what we know now, if you're Russ, would you have stayed in like you did, or would you rather be opting out right now?
If I'm Russ, I'm opting out.
Okay,
For sure.
because you know you're
Are
gonna
you
get more than
using
four.
your numbers to get more? What
Yeah.
are you using?
Yeah, numbers.
Numbers,
being
everything.
available.
No, not even numbers. I know you need me now.
Oh, after this move is
Yeah.
Yeah, after the move. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So he opted in before the move.
Yes.
Opted in
No,
before.
because he didn't know about it.
Opted in.
course.
Yeah,
I mean-
he had a deadline to opt in. Opted in before the move. PG leaves. You give Harden the 2 for 70. You give Derrick Jones 3 for 30.
I just think Russ is a commitment
Yeah.
guy, man.
But-
He's a
but, yeah,
team commitment guy. He
cool,
wanted
but-
to show, look,
but-
man, it don't
but-
matter. Let's just get this shit
That's what
going
I'm saying.
again.
But cool. But now I'm like, you giving Derrick Jones that money? Shit, I mean, let me go ahead and sign. He could have signed a 1 year, what, 15, 20?
Maybe.
Brought Batum in, and Batum is making
Listen.
more
I don't
than
have no
Russ as
problem with
well,
guys
4.6.
asking for a no trade clause, but it should be certain guys on that wall to where if you're not here, don't even come in here and ask for it.
I'm
But
talking.
what if you have the leverage?
I'm talking about if you have
can-
leverage, use your leverage.
What's the leverage though? Like, are we winning and you're doing? Because if we're not winning and you're averaging 30 and you're like,
You can expect it.
Then,
You can
then-
expect
then
it
you
if
can
you're
watch
winning
out.
and you hoop.
Like,
I'm
we gotta be
expecting
winning.
My
to
leverage is
set my
PG.
My leverage
I
is-
played 74 games, the most I played in Clippers uniform. I was available for all the playoffs. Didn't have the greatest playoffs, but Kawhi was not. You re-up with Kawhi back in January.
You want the deal Kawhi got, and I'm giving it to you.
Then I changed
Now you're
my
trying
mind.
to one up Kawhi. You're not
You're
better
Line
than
of one
Kawhi.
Kawhi.
Your resume isn't better for that. I don't trust that. I don't.
That's
no,
exactly
I don't-
what happened.
not a
and they
one-up.
backed out of that shit.
No.
Said, nah, we're not doing
No.
that.
Not a one-up.
Because then we look
Y'all
bad
not a-
to our guy.
Y'all
We
a
look
one-up.
bad to our guy.
I have a pod-
Now our guy looking like y'all gave him a what?
Paul George is Sagittarius.
I have a
I
podcast.
need to
I'm
know.
here in LA.
I need to know.
I
They
don't want
trying
you
to
to.
one
I
up.
don't want you to just randomly trade me to somewhere that I don't want to be. That's all that is. I don't want to be traded to somewhere I don't want to be.
Hey man, Kawhi
Okay, and
feel
I don't
the
want
same
that
way.
into my
Kawhi
career.
feel the same way.
I just want to. Oops. I want to say this real quick here. It's free agents in 2025. Donovan Mitchell.
Well, he just signed, didn't he? He just re-signed.
With the
Cleveland, yeah. Look up the contract he did. He just re-signed. How many years is that? Is it a 1 year?
Because he has a player option for 2025.
So he is technically. Oh, he's like what? Unrestricted or restricted free agent?
Multi-year contract.
So he's locked up.
Miss All right, he is locked up. What the fuck is this,
Yeah.
ESPN? How dare you?
Yeah, because teams wanted him, and he like kind of like surprisingly re-up with them. Nobody expected him to re-up with.
3-year deal he did.
Like even from a business standpoint, that's not smart for him to just re-up like that.
Well, yeah, all right. This guy's probably not going anywhere, but Jalen Brunson. Donovan Mitchell just signed then, right?
Yeah, this offseason, yeah. When everybody was signing he signed before Clay. I heard Jalen Brunson is he's got two cracks. He could either sign like right now, or like he could sign after next year for what is it, 3 years, and a 3-year extension, 150 something, or he could wait another year and he could sign for like the Supermax, where it's just like so like a 5-year, something crazy, bro, like almost 300 million.
Okay.
And they're saying like I don't know. That doesn't matter either way. Like yeah, he could resign, he could, or he could test free agency because he's being underpaid, bro. He's making 26 million, and the fucking Thunder just gave Hartstein like a $35 million contract. He's twice the player Hartstein is.
Yeah.
So he's being like, he bet on himself and shit, and then he bet a little too much when he left Dallas, and now he's being underpaid for what he's doing.
Well, he's gonna get fucking paid.
There was another video too of the DeRozan shit where this guy's like shitting on DeRozan going to the Kings. That shit was funny. I wanted you to watch that shit. Where it's like it's clearly copage by Gilbert. Like he's just shitting on the whole. He's shitting on Fox. He's shitting on DeRozan. Like nah, they're not gonna be all NBA because they gotta share the ball. This and that. They're gonna make Sabonis look better. Like he should have went somewhere else.
Well, honestly, I think
Wink,
we've heard
wink.
enough from this video. And we've
Yeah,
got
yeah,
their
yeah.
opinions. Just want to look at
Yeah.
some of these. Like Lauri Markkanen, had an outstanding last year. He's going to be an unrestricted free agent at the end of the league. What did Paul George do? 23 points per game? Okay, this guy's 23 points per game, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 48% from the field, 40% from 3, and he's like 7 foot tall.
He does more than Paul George, yeah. And he's younger.
Brandon Ingram, 2025 free agent. Alperen Sengun, although he might stay with Houston, considering what they're probably on their way to doing, possibly. Like building an actual contender type of franchise, he might stay there, man.
Yeah.
Mobley, Evan Mobley, who might stay with Donovan. I can say this guy. He's not going to the Clippers. LeBron James. Jamal Murray. There's no way he's leaving Denver. Julius Randle, although, is he really replacing Paul George? Not really. Rudy Gobert, Kyrie Irving.
He's a bigger liability than Paul George is health-wise.
If Dallas don't work out, Kyrie Irving, Jimmy Butler possibly, Miles Turner, Aaron Gordon, Minga, Van Fleet. Like, there's some players out there, man. There are some players, man, that you don't have to put all your eggs in the basket of Paul George because he averaged 23 points per game. But that's just Gil always being on the player side. Well, only being on some player's side. Put it that way.
Yeah, he's making a big deal for a guy scoring low 20s.
And, like, obviously, like, this idea of the impact of winning, Gil gives zero fucks about that.
Yeah,
He does not care about the idea, like, the impact of winning. So, it is what it is. Gilbert. I don't know how to explain him. He's what's the word? Is he a gaslighter? He's kind of a gaslighter in arguments.
Yes, he is a guy.
And hopefully the core point is to defend his friends, but that's not helping you in regards to a basketball discussion about actual things that happen on the court. That is not helping you. Pointing out field goal percentages and shit like that, you can't do that with a Derek Jeter, right? It's like you're not supposed to be able to do that with Derek Jeter. The idea is about winning, and that's why he's important to the franchise. But, you know, it is what it is. Somehow he's this with Paul George, but he somehow missed out on Jokic. Somehow, like on his impact of winning.
Well, he's a hater.
Unreal. All right, there's our little reaction. That's kind of fun. Shout out to Gills Arena and they're just crazy kids. All right, there you go.